Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Starsector. I said I would be back later tonight, and it is still technically nighttime, so here I am. And what do we have today? Well, today we have a fleet that has seen better days. I don't remember specifically which battle I lost, where I lost most of the previous ships, but here we are, with the remains of our purely high-tech fleet now supplemented by lots of random little potatoes. And I figured this was a good time to start the stream because I was already playing and it was like, you know what? I haven't shown people my silly little Command Apogee build yet, so here we are. Mainly ECM Nav Relay Ops Center all S-modded in. And the only other thing we really bring to the table is Elite Missile Spec for the Hydra MDEM launcher and the IR auto lance and the high intensity laser for very efficient killing of things that have their shields down. And we're going to see how that goes right here in this battle. Should be a pretty chill one with no difficulty percent. Alright, let's go. Oop, or let's lose the window because we alt-tabbed. Okay. Clean, 240 points straight onto the battlefield. Nice. For now, let's control our portion of the field. About like so. Grab that. Stick that enforcer there, stick the other one on the far side. The main thing the fleet is missing is any kind of carrier. We don't have any carriers at all. Might fiddle with that here later. Phew. Nice. MDEM launcher already being value. And this is not the first battle that I've run the Apogee in, but it's the first, I think maybe the first public one, the first live stream one. So I know he kind of works. Some babysitting and waypointing. No, I was about to say, did they not deploy the Astral? But they did. And honestly, the best thing we can do against that is to push some of our larger ships toward it. About like so. Apogee, the Rave Party ship. Yes, Betten. This Apogee, like all Apogees, is fitted with beams. Beams and a little Hydra MDEM party canister. That's what we're doing today. For my personal flagship that I'm not really piloting right now. Might take over manually at some point, but I've been having a pretty good time rebuilding the fleet and chilling kind of on fleet commander mode. Ow. It's okay. We'll take the damage as long as we get to kill the Astral. That's what needs to happen. And there he goes. The Tropost down. And that's basically this battle mostly solved. The Dooms and the Aurora are the only other things I'm super concerned about. Oh, the other thing, out of combat, I got 2 more administrators, which basically means I can start 2 more planets. We can continue taking over different parts of the sector so that I have in-faction places where I can go to rest and repair instead of relying on various planets the game started with, and the other factions, all of whom we will probably eventually outclass and betray. I mean, subsidize. Fleet get wiped again since the lead blockade incident. I honestly don't remember. I just know that when I opened the game, it was like, oh, I have an Apogee and the old Paragon, and most everything else is gone. I don't remember which specific fight I did, where I lost the fleet. It might have been, I think it was after the lead blockade. It had to have been. I don't know what I engaged. I really don't remember, but here we are. I don't remember whether I lost them off camera or on camera. Too much gameplay, not enough long-term memory left to hold it all. Oh no, my afflictor got destroyed. Oh well. Come on. Ah, there we go. There's the beams directly on the armor. Perfect. And now there is no armor. Just what we like to see. Let's let that Doom go. He's very injured. He's probably retreating. Focus on our other chase targets here. I don't like that the Paragon has wandered off that way. Let's forget the Aurora for a minute. We do really well when they all stick together. Omen ready to retreat. Where are you, Omen? Go back. Yes, caught another stream. Must be your birthday. Is this what you wanted for your birthday? Starsector live streams? I don't know whether the bar is low or whether it's high praise. I don't know. Don't know how to take that. Finish the Doom. Come on, boys. Okay, Brawler on retreat. Okay, there's the Doom cracked. Now we can worry about a different target. Oh, nope, or they will just surrender. We'll take it. We'll take the pursuit and send the drone tenders after them. And of course, we can recover nothing without story points. Okay. Then we'll just stick to what we have for ships. Or there's a whole Tempest. We'll take that little Tempest with us. And for now, just put him here and auto-fit him. Deal with him later if he lives. Okay, and it turns out I'd never been in this system. This is right next to the first world we took over. And I'd been going out through here to this gate, right? But it turns out that in this system, this big honkin' system here, there's also a gate. Or just 2 gates. Like a stone's throw from each other. So, thank you, RNG, for that. And I literally picked the one system in this cluster that didn't have a gate in it. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have a venture in the fleet, so our surveys kind of cost. That's okay. Bit of both. Yeah, bit of both. Good evening, and good evening to you again, Pumpkin Salad. Keep watching the streams, really want to design your own fleet. You don't even play Starsector yet. Well, fleet design is, if you like this kind of game, it's an endless kind of enjoyment. Currently experiencing annoying weather right now. First it snowed 10-centimeter layer, now it's sunny, so it's melting, and then it's going to freeze over and give you the ice, and then coat it with snow. That is terrible. Well, drive and or walk safe. My number one tip, if you are dealing with bad weather and you're walking, is don't put your hands in your pockets. Because if you fall over, you only have your hands and the rest of you to catch yourself. And your hands might be the difference between minor injury and oops, I've cracked something important open and it won't all go back in. We have here Buffalo, Mudskipper, Shrike, Nebula, Tempest, Gemini. Tempest we will take. It's recoverable. Yeah. Anything else we can just scrape up. Oop, level 5 officer that we don't need. Let's join the crew. Join the fleet. 20 crew that we do kind of need. 2 harvested organs. 2 kidneys. And, oh, and there's a level 7 officer. Nice. Okay, big value out of this. So let's go ahead and dismiss the level 5 guy. And replace someone from the pile here. Listen. That's a lot of... Let's see. Damage control, impact mate, shield. Oh man, this is like a born tank pilot of some kind. That's a lot of nice stuff. What's elated on them? Targeting analysis and the tanking skills. Okay. So that's an Onslaught or Invictus pilot probably, although it doesn't have point defense, is a problem. A small problem, a small matter. Alright, we'll dismiss that version of Crow and make another one. Bam. And we'll swap them in to... swap them in to the Conquest. And I like to keep all of my level 7 officers at the top of the list. There we go. Okay, activate the gate for later, and let's go finish our surveys. Oh, did I dismiss that level 5 guy? I've already forgotten. Yep, he's gone. Very good. And we're over cargo capacity. Just throw all that out. Zoom. But yeah, we're kind of starting to hit the point where money is no object unless we start doing bigger things. We're buying up ships in large quantities and so on. Really, it just means that I could run a larger fleet, larger than 240 combat points. And since we have some spare ships, let's go see what's going on at home. I am still running tech mining, although the rewards themselves are pretty slim at this stage, mainly just because I haven't gone back up there to replace the industry with mining and install the mantle bore. There's a whole mule that we don't really need. Like trade fleets are getting attacked. Yeah, hey, Hegemony, get out of here. You don't live here, I do. Yeah, I've arrived. And we're going to kind of go wide on our deployment a little, and we'll use those two, because I'm probably not going to keep the Vigilance and the Brawler in the fleet now that I have those 2 Tempests. Okay. So, grab 2, station them over there, and grab 2 more. Then we'll just kind of alternate which ones get assigned to which point. It'll be a little lopsided, but that's okay. There. That way no one overextends. Good evening. Hey, welcome back as Varen. Was house hunting in the snow last week. Fun for you, less so for the real estate agent. Yeah, can we go to this other house that's on top of this snowy hill? Watching this while answering homework, and it's incredibly calming. Well, I'm glad that the stream and or me can be of help to you, of use to you. Good. Good luck on your homework. Arif Hossein, welcome back. Full red pilot? Yeah, that level 7 officer is a full red pilot. Very cool. In a good mood for the rest of the week since the football club you root for won and the most anticipated derby match in the nation. Congratulations. By that, you mean you're starting off the next week with a good mood. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, since today is the start of a week. Yeah, well, congratulations on the victory. And enjoy. I don't really keep up with a lot of sports or anything anymore. So I don't know. Can't comment much. My one friend that likes football is very tired of me asking if Brett Favre is coming out of retirement. The whole onslaught. Probably be fine. He has a Gauss Cannon and a Devastator, so he's not as damage built as he could be. Thermal Pulse and 4 Pylums. Yeah, he's on a pretty chill fit, although that's not going to matter if our Eradicator overextends like that. What are you doing, Eradicator? Okay. Manually retreat, pull him back. Initiate an engage order there. Okay, he's venting. That's not ideal. We'll take away his retreat order, though, since he no longer needs it. I normally will stick a retreat order on a ship until their flux resolves, and then take it off and let them waddle back in. Left-hand group, we're just going to cut them loose and send them kind of after the Dominator, I think. Okay, can't deploy anything else. Let's go ahead and back up this. Salamander on auto fire, okay. Vent, and then back on autopilot. Yeah. Should be a very, very achievable victory here. Okay, we to deal with things close to the station. The station's not really under any threat, just until those are dead, we're not going to be able to get everyone to focus on the onslaught because it's further away. Tickle, tickle, Mora. Curving Reapers, okay. And just push that on him. Okay, back to autopilot. Now we should be just fine to gang up and surround the onslaught until it die. Perfect, good job, little Vanguard. I do like the little strike variant Vanguard, just the default auto fit. He often, well not often, but sometimes when he gets lucky with those 3 Reapers, good things happen. Alright, and here we are, the Apogee just doing horribly efficient work with the auto lance and the high-intensity laser. Success. Okay. Can I have any of those ships? Nothing that I really care about, although there is technically a carrier. I wanted a carrier. We'll throw the Enforcers in storage, because we do still have one Colony Crisis type event left to deal with, which is going to be Hegemony AI core stuff in the midterm, the long term. Just auto-fit these for now with close support. Put you on the support fit. Okay. And how is our storage looking? Not a lot of small ships. So let's just stick those in there. And the Enforcers will repair after we get some crew. I don't really care about selling the small change goods at this stage. Just throw all of that in our stockpiles. Okay, repaired. Now, storage the Enforcers. And see about making a room for Condor. We still don't really have any phase-related skills, so we'll put that away. And we'll take the time, since we're here, to make the Condor cool. Make it good, make it effective. Do I not have a medium salamander pod? Yes, yes I do. It's right there. Okay. It's like, hold on a minute. I should have a little bit of everything. We're on armor pressure. The eradicators are slanted toward hypervelocity drivers. Heavy blaster, sabos. Just kind of like thinking through what kind of pressure we do the most. Like, do we do shield pressure the best? Do we do armor pressure the best? Like, do we want law fighters for EMP? Do we want interceptors to fight other fighters? I think interceptors is probably a good idea. And I'm pretty partial to the Thunder Heavy Interceptor for its ridiculously long engagement range. Let's grab that. What would it take to fit recovery shuttles on? It would take losing both of those, both of our point defense pieces. Okay, and you get a light machine gun. There you go. There you go. A carrier has arrived. We're not spending story points on this. Okay. And this one I picked up in the middle of nowhere. We're just going to put him in storage. We only need 2 drone tenders. Okay. Guns be gone, and then I will check messages. Ah, Aurora blueprint. Oh, there we go. Tech mining did yield. Longbow and Perdition blueprint. And you know, I think we're gonna run the mantle boar up to that other colony. How many industries does it have? 7. Which means we want 7 cores. Fuel. 600 or so supplies. Okay. We'll leave behind those Marines so that we're at a nice round 100. And let's grab this stuff that tech mining pulled up and just throw it into the stockpiles. Okay. So, first things first, we shut down tech mining because it has basically been done for a long time now. I've just been lazy. Get our refund, and then build mining. I think. Let's see here. Yeah, increases transplutonic core, not a gas giant, not habitable. Are we a gas giant or habitable? No. Perfect. When we look here, is there a gate up here? There is, so we don't really have to do anything. We just go up there. I think we can put the boar in before the industry is done building. Don't quote me on that, we're gonna find out together. Okay, message checks. Gazers are always very hit or miss for you. When they hit, but they're also pretty easy to take out since they're so slow to deploy. Yeah, the other main thing about gazers is that they become drastically less effective if your opponent has taken elite point defense for the bonus range, because they can shoot any of your kind of that type of missile, your Dragonfires, your gazers, your Hydra M-Dems, all can die pretty harshly to elite point defense. Always need more onslaughts. What games do I usually stream other than Starsector? Basically Starsector, Kenshi, and I would like to eventually stream Monster Hunter Rise, but I don't consider myself, or Monster Hunter Sunbreak technically, is the expansion to Monster Hunter Rise. I don't really consider myself at the endgame enough to where that would be a good like display of skill. I don't quite have all the stuff unlocked. But yeah, I do want to start another Kenshi run sometime this month. It's on the schedule, if you will. Not the schedule you can see, but my own personal, like, IRL schedule. Okay, so, oh yeah, we can install item, bam. And we're just gonna go through and put these little gamma cores on everything. Just get that little bonus. Get that little extra angry points for the hegemony maybe as time goes on. Okay, we're basically done here. Hit the bar? No. Anything? No. No one in the comm directory. Okay. Since we're up here, let's see. We might as well. We can go explore some more. Oh, and there's convenient. There's a hegemony fleet traveling to our planet already. There's no escaping them. What is this floating? Nice. We'll just pop in here, do the surveys, then move on. That is very mineable. Holy heck. Not that we really need more colonies specifically for cash, but that's a keeper. It looks like I never finished in here. So we'll just check out a few of these systems, pop back into fuel stop for fuel and supplies, and then go back to do something else. Yeah, at this stage, the fourth planet should probably be something with heavy industry. Probably. Like, we could put a heavy industry on fuel stop eventually. I think I had that written down. Oh yeah, I did have that written down in the plans, but there are other things I wanted to build first there. Fuel production, so we could use our synchrotron core mainly. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. Such is space. Oh. I'm like looking at it, and it's like so weird to not see anything too much like in the corners. Coming from playing modded and stiff. Let's go. Lots of surveys to be done over here. Yeah, we'll go until we're like, oh no, not in there. We've already been in there. Go until we're at like 1,000 supplies, and then we'll turn back. Make whatever progress I can. On exploring the everything. Hey, the hypershunt. We don't want that. Or rather, we don't want the fleet that it brings. Not right now, anyway. Hey, another administrator. Nice. And plasma dynamo. A reason to get a gas giant has been gained. Okay, let's hook around to those two and then over to the one by star number C over there. Oops, something in close. What do we got? Equipment cache. No loot left behind. We're taking it, whatever the cost. Got 50 supplies. Totally worth it. Don't worry about it. Or 50 heavy machinery. My mistake. Alright. Big volcanic. Okay, well, one more planet to look at here. Let's see. In one of your recent playthroughs using Acceleron, the hedge basically pulled the die-cat out of the core worlds and ended up decivilizing Syndria. Yep, they can do that. Especially if you don't have the strategic AI option on. It is usually very likely that if attacks are triggering just based on who accumulates invasion points, that the hegemony will attack first and attack most often and win the most fights. Just kind of unfortunate, but if you turn strategic AI on, everyone will start fighting back against them and they'll have to play more smartly, more intelligently. Words. Okay. We're low enough. Let's head back. Resupply, return to the core worlds, and consider our next moves. Which is probably look for more planets that are scattered around the edge of the map. Beat Tri-Tac Bounty with Paragon. Another potential onslaught. Okay, drop off that junk. Fuel. Crew. Supplies. We're rich, it'll be fine. Okay. Nothing more to do there. To the gate. Ooh, and our second planet is almost size 6. Very nice. Now, excuse me, let's put into Yamaha and go to Brazel, where all of my contacts are. And technically, I am still commissioned to Tri-Tac, even though we are now running this vast, silly empire. Growing more vaster all the time. Oh, I should have put the gravitational dynamo in storage somewhere. It's fine. We'll carry it. Check for fun ships. The answer is nothing that calls to me. Okay, we'll talk to contacts in a minute. I want to go check Kalan to see if they have any additional Paragon Gons. To not attack the trade fleet that's about to help our own faction by trading goods, even though I want to, out of habit. And yeah, there are 2 Paragons. I think we're going to take those. 1, 2. And for now, we'll just auto-fit them as close as we can get to our standard fit, which is not very close at all. That one ended up with ion beams. It's fine, don't worry about it. Sell this Aurora blueprint to the black market for the pirates, because they're going to love that. Fill up on stuff. Oh yeah, I would also like, just like a Starliner would be ideal, but Nebulae will work. It's cheap crew carriers, because we're going to be doing a little colonizing. Phantom, not worth it. Around, where's that other nebula? There we go. Colossus technically carries crew. We probably don't need to go that far though. Okay. We have a custom fit. We'll put it on that. And these guys. Okay. So for these, additional berthing and solar shielding. So they can do their job even better, which is to carry bodies. Okay, let's go back out the gate, back to our primary planet, and deal with these Paragons, and then we'll go look for planets and get into whatever fights we're going to get into along the way. What type of tea is your favorite? Let me think. What type of tea is my favorite? If I'm buying like tea in bulk to drink, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups a day, which I will sometimes do, probably just whatever kind of black tea is available. Not sponsored, but I usually prefer the, what are they called? Grab a tea bag. Prince of something. Prince of Peace. Organic black. If I am getting fancy tea, probably I am getting some variation of vanilla chai. I am particularly partial to the Bigeloflow, Bigelow, something like that brand. They come out to like 30 cents per cup though, but they're very well packaged. Very strong flavor, strong aroma, usually. And because they're wrapped in foil pouches, they are functionally immortal, which is nice. Okay, so let's go up. Pop out. Yeah, and just like that, we have spent half of our 3 million. Oh, hello. Chase me if you dare. Oh, look at that. 4 of those big fleet bubbles are us. We grow in power. Okay. Next question. What are your opinions on the automated ships perk? Is it worth it, even though the Scythe of Orion special ships exist and don't require the perk? Yeah, it's totally worth it. So remember that I play on Iron Man. A ship lost is a ship lost, and if I lose those automated ships that come from Scythe of Orion quest, they're gone. And if I want to put an AI core in a ship, what am I to do? Where am I going to get an unlimited source of ships that are automated? The answer is actually Ray and Ario. Or any high importance contact that is military will give you bounties that send you after derelicts and remnant. You probably already know this. But if you have the derelict ship skill, you can then take those ships and use them in your fleet. Or just take them to storage and then story point yourself out of the derelict ship skill and then deal with them later. But if you like using derelicts or remnant in your fleet, then yeah, you're gonna need the derelict ship skill. The other thing about the Scythe of Orion ships is that they're not a Brilliant, they're not a Radiant, they're not a Nova, they're not a Rampart. So having derelict ship skill gives you, what's it called? Oh, my brain. Having the automated ship skill gives you access to different ships than the Scythe of Orion quest does. And of course, in less limited quantities. But the Scythe of Orion ships are low-tech ships that let you put AI cores in them. They're things you could normally get that just have the AI core as an option. Which is, in my opinion, totally different, since you asked for opinion. But it's only worth it if you like running, or if you have a plan for using the ships that it enables. So, I don't know, it's also kind of up to preference. There are optimal builds in Starsector. You won't find me using them usually because in the context of Iron Man, even in this stage of the game, I don't have the perfect officers, the perfect ships, the perfect loadouts to make those builds come into existence, generally. I prefer to be a little suboptimal. That way I get more tension and interest out of the game, which one makes for a good viewing experience, and two lets me play the game longer and see more varied situations. Oh, that's actually not the fit. Did we even modify the elite fit, or did I just give it the elite fit? Call it done. I think I did. Oh. This is just the default elite fit, which means it has some things on it that could be changed that we're going to do. I thought I had already done that little bit of customization, but I was wrong. Completely, utterly wrong. Just telling as to how good the default elite fit can be. Okay, that leaves us some points to play with. So we're just going to throw hardened subsystems on there and call it a day. And make a new preset. Bam. To fit our Paragons with. Down, 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 other Paragon. Ahem. We've run out of tack lances. Not the end of the world. Alright, though. I don't think we can actually reasonably run that many Paragons. That's the other thing. Let's see. Logistically, let's see, supply cost. 13. They're very close. Except in runtime. Okay. Leave the Fury behind. Boop. Officers in. And store our weapons and stuff. And we, of course, now have extra fuel. extra supplies. Grab all of that. Actually, I think we do need heavy machinery to make colonies. I really should have that memorized, shouldn't I? Because I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. But, too bad. Okay. Yes, our colony and exploration fleet with 2 paragons, 2 eradicators, 2 enforcers, and an apogee, and some other stuff. Okay, while we're here, we'll spend down to 1 million credits in scraping away D-mods. Kind of another one of those choices that can make the game a little more long-term interesting is not having hull restoration. Which, 1, enables builds that don't take yellow, and 2, costs money. Makes those losses a little more punishing. Okay. So we need to look at the planet list. And I'd prefer to look at the planet list from close to the center of the galaxy so that I can accurately see all the distance meters. Nope, you missed. Goodbye, hegemony. So let me gate down to Asconia. And then I'll check messages. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are we hostile to the Syndrians? No, we can actually just leave the transponder on for a minute. You sound tired. I always sound tired. What time is it for you? 5 a.m. So many fleets full of latrines? Yes, for whatever reason our doctrine that is the default has just given piles of ventures to all of our fleets, and I'm here for that. Arf Hossein says, to continue on that train of thought, 1 big automated ship, Radiant, the drone Knot, etc., or many small ships, such as a whole squadron of glimmers. That honestly depends on what the rest of your fleet is, but if you're asking for me to make a blanket choice with, like, blind pick with no idea what else is going on in the fleet, I like Ramparts. Or, wait, not Ramparts, Berserkers. The destroyer that is the little green derelict cube that just has nothing but burn drive and forward-facing guns. I think he's very funny. And I think they have rugged construction in the base game, which opens up some options. Let me check that. Yeah, they have rugged construction. So it's also okay if they die. But 6 deployment points for 3 forward-facing mediums is not terrible. Especially given that you can put cores in them and they won't take officer spaces. Oh, just don't get them, flanked or outnumbered. Then they die. I have no idea how they would be useful in endgame, but they amuse me regardless. It is a very friendly fleet. No locals will think they're being invaded at all. Oh yeah, all the ventures. Yeah, they're just, the cubes, those are ramparts. Sometimes run them with gamma cores. Let me see. Yeah, I think I got the names confused, because they're both kind of similarly shaped. Yeah, ramparts are the bigger ones, which are also cool, but I have less experience doing stuff with them. But 3 large slots for 15 deployment points is pretty sweet, and of course the skill point investment for automated. Pretty cool. That may be something to mess around with eventually, but let's have a look at the planetary list. We're basically... I only have 1 nanoforge. I don't think temperature matters. I tend to like having my planet that is the nanoforge or the orbital works planet be on a volcanic world. It just amuses me thematically. Big ruins, big mining. We don't really care how toxic the place is. There's another good one down there. Big ruins, slightly better. Hazard percentage. Distance 18. It's toward the bottom left, which is kind of an area we don't have a colony in, so let's go toward this one. It's also the only planet in system, which is fine. And that will be our colony. And we do have... yeah, let's, real quick, put the maximum number of administrators exceeded. No, there's a limit. I forgot. Okay. Well, sorry, Aeolion, get out of here. We're going to assign you there, you there. So we can conceivably only have 5 planets before we start alpha coring things. I don't know if there's a vanilla limit on that. I know there's like a functionally, like, why would you have more than this limit? But, we'll see. What can a long-term save really do? Hey, colony growth, that's what we like to see. So this planet was, or is, an income planet, so it's going to get commerce as its capstone, which will be really good once we get back over here and put in the Dealmaker Holosuite. Holosuite. Ugh, words. Fuel stop as well has grown up to the next size. I had to drink some water. So, fuel stop. Fuel production was the next thing I wanted to do with you. So, we'll start on that. And get in here. Alright, here, up ruins. We will take that flak cannon blueprint. Okay, colony. Pumpkinus, you are promoted to planet. Pumpkinus Forge World. Bam. And we can't really afford to do anything else with this planet at this time. So, let's just dump in a little bit of everything so that it can avoid shortages for like half a second. Turn on the use stockpiles button. Okay. And, oh, there's a survey we could do. I didn't realize there is another planet here. We must have gotten the data from, like, pulling it out of a wreck or something, so we didn't have full info. It's okay. More stuff. And a probe. More stuff. Alright. So, we can get one more planet, but let's consult the bounty tab, which is looking very sparse. That is not worth it. Okay. Back toward the core worlds we go. Is there a gate? Can we... No, there is no gate nearby. Okay. Let's just push toward Hebrazel again, toward our contacts. So we need to get paid so we can build our fourth planet. And we've done... I think we can safely just scrap nebulae. We've done that part of things. Alright. Oop, I saw another little floating derelict. You never know. Yep, location, domain probe, we'll take it. The cubes, those are ramparts, yep. In 3 playthroughs now, you have found a holosuite within the first hour of playing. Nice. Yeah, exploration contracts, you mean, maybe? Very good for that. When I first started playing, basically all I did was pretend to be a civilian fleet and do exploration missions and avoid combat. I eventually learned the way of violence, and now here we are. Binary star system, barren world. Okay, that's excuse me. Dry throat. Much coughing. Need more water. Okay. Let's head toward that one, that bounty for now, and I'm going to drink some more water so we're going to slow the game down so I don't get in trouble. Trouble with hyperspace storms mainly. Actually, what we can do is this. Just when I see a storm, I'll just turn on the slow speed button, the go dark button. Kind of autopilot forward through things that way. Hydration achieved. Let's go. Probably after this fight, I will step away and take an eye strain break. Okay, we've surveyed this place before, so let's just check all of the barren worlds for the bounty. Oh, and if I can only safely have 5 planets before dealing with the hegemony for the last time. My final planet might be, we might take a planet in Penelope's star to have something in the middle. And there they are. Alright, what do they have to say for themselves? Attention prey, you and all your possessions are now my personal property. Oh man, I disagree. You are my personal property. Let's fight out to see who's right about that. Fight it out. Okay. We will be brave. Paragons to the front. Eradicators on the sides. And 1 enforcer locked to each paragon. And then I'll just put myself kind of in the back middle. Oh yeah, we have a carrier as well. Let's put him grid interstice about 2,000 units back from the front line, giving him a range of about where the cursor is for the interceptors to go forward. We'll see how that does. And we don't need the nav buoy. Keep it close. He's rehydrated. Every hostile life form is in danger now. Oh dear. Ah! He's back up to 90% water. Okay. It's probably fine. Just going over to camera on the main ship in case I needed to back him up, because our Apogee here is no good at breaking shields. Cannot break a shield to save its life. But once it starts firing at a ship that has its shields down, they aren't going to live. So that's the trade-off. Tack lance. There's our other Paragon. Oh, okay. Just back there trying to get into position. Got it. Got it. Ooh, okay. Back up. We are now on manual control. This Apogee was making some tactical mistakes there. Okay. Very good. Very good. As it is written. Oh no, the Dune references are coming in. Turn a water world or an ice world into a very large cup of tea or soup. You're right. It's true. But yeah, unless our ships make horrible mistakes, I think we're gonna be just fine here. Stick to our formation though, to reduce the chances of those mistakes. Pew, 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 pew. Go Reaper, go! Bonk. Okay, didn't overload, but we'll take it. There we go. Oh, double Devastator Dominator. Sadness. He's very good at shooting down missiles and nothing else. Means he's gonna have a rough time. I think we're about equal on numbers here. Numbers of enemy ships and such. Let's do... break our waypoints, break our escort orders. I know, I just said we were gonna try and like stick together and maintain some cohesive fleetness, but I went against that. So it goes. So I noticed we're winning. Okay. Get in there with the beams. Do your duty. Fry them. Okay. Back to autopilot. Poor wolf. That should be them defeated. Yeah, alright. I think one of the Dominators was the bounty target. Yes, so we're done here. Loot. And loot scoop number 2. Throw that metal away. Alright. Bounty complete. I think we're just gonna fly back. I feel like either I didn't fill up my fuel, or we need more fuel carrier. Oh, yeah, right. And I was supposed to take a break, wasn't I? That might be important if I'm gonna live a long time and be able to continue to see. So let's deploy the fleet for the break time engagement. Looks like our last fight was against other. We're not fighting against civilian ships. We'll generate a group from the default pool. And let's give them... Sure, let's try all level 5 officers. And see how it goes. 3 herons. Alright then. I don't know how that's going to go for them. But I will be back in 5, and then we'll continue. Alright, I have returned. Yes, chair. I have returned to chair. Let's see here. Never drink the yellow tea from an ice world. If the whole world is turned into tea and it's yellow, that's probably bad. That's probably a high sulfur content in the water, and you'll die. Yes, your favorite streamer, chair. Indeed. The chair is the most attentive streamer ever. Man, is that what I need? Do I need to get, like, an image of a chair to put in the bottom right when I'm AFK, so the chair can, like, stare lovingly at you? Nature's popsicle. No, but not nature's popsicle. No sulfur cake. Okay. Enough of that. Where are we on? What are we doing? Ah, yes, home. Home to Hiboizel. To buy fuel. I remember where I was now. Alright. Down and down, down we go. How close are we to getting the cool stuff? Ooh, 90 points until we get generate slip surge. Okay. We're getting close to the cool thing. Alright. And we're here. That's the stellar mirror. Dang it. Pretty sure we've sold that blueprint before. Okay. We have. Fuel. We have more than enough supplies. Honestly, more than enough crew. We need fuel to Kalan. Dope. Where are we? I left-clicked and my cursor, like, yoinked all the way down to the bottom left of the screen, which took me out of the tab. Yes, we want a chair image. Ugh. Paper notes. Make chair image for break screen. For Starsector. Screen for Starsector. Things I do for you. Okay, there we go. I will not promise to bring you a chair, but I will assure you that I have written it down in my notes to bring you a chair. Will I actually deliver a chair? I don't know. You should never rely on what a YouTuber says. Okay, we literally can't use any more administrators. I didn't even realize there was a limit. We can only have 3. Alright. So, we've bought all the fuel that we can. This is the other reason to get your own colonies. Literally can't fuel our own fleet from our commissioned factions, storages. Okay. Bounty. No. No, we're not ready for the Dorito bounty. Stop that. Also stop that. We're not doing a double radiant bounty. You in particular, this one, Acna, keeps offering these horribly difficult things that we're not really story pointed for. Wait, I feel like I just talked to you. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Okay, other one. That's probably doable. Does that pay more? No. I guess the pay doesn't really matter at this stage. More remnant. More pather. Okay. Is there anything at the bar? Yes. Cheap marines. We'll take those. Go back to you. I feel like we've been fighting a lot of Tri-Tac bounties lately. I'd honestly like to fight a different faction. The game will give it to me. Then again, independent bounty pays almost as well. Just a white lawn chair. Note white lawn chair. Chair question mark. There's a Luddic Church looking bounty. There's a lot of dooms and auroras. 3 story points. I don't know. Let's go fight more Tritech, I guess. Let's take this one. Betrayer deserted from Tritech. What is this response? You accept the bounty, and she says, "Oh yes, father would approve, I think." What? Who is your dad? Randomly generated NPC? What? What? Is there lore I'm missing? Does Tritech have a father? And is it not an alpha core in a trench coat? Like, huh? Okay, nothing going on there. Bounty. Whoa, way out in the middle of nowhere. Do we have any gates over there? No. Onward. And... oh, right. I wanted to go put in the thing in the commerce module. Or the commerce module into the planet. That might be important. We might do that soon. This planet, however, is ready to have things built. We've not done anything with the ruins yet. We have story points, so... actually, I'm honestly not too concerned. We'll take tech mining just to get what we can out of it. We care about a way station, orbital, and we'll grab patrol HQ. We'll do ground defenses later. We're not really dealing with the actual mechanical ground operations, unless we're finally getting... no. Guess maybe I already did the Syndrian Crisis, because I know I built the fuel. Oh, it's not done yet. 41 days left. I'm ahead of myself. We may yet get attacked by the Syndrians for making fuel. We'll see. In addition to being a particularly hefty bounty, they're also just out in the middle of nowhere. Kind of awkward. Drifting Eradicator. Don't want. Okay, and that paycheck gives us enough to start building ground defenses, just to have them for the stability. It's actually the main reason to have them at this stage. And our bounty is on the jump point. Just save, because we haven't saved in a minute. Don't think the Marines would appreciate being called cheap. Maybe affordable. Perhaps. Only chairs. What if I am the father? Oh no. What does she even mean by father? Her last name isn't even Tritachyon. Yeah, no, that was just a weird... I'd never noticed that line before, and this is the base game. That's regular dialogue. It's like, what do they mean by this? This is actually a pretty terrifying fleet. That's a lot of dooms. Someone actually answered this? Usually they just fight or run. Oh man. Tritachyon Deserter has already lost her corporate ways. It's only 41% difficulty. Are you sure, game? Are you sure about that? Like, I don't feel like I have a particularly above average fleet, but okay. Whatever you say, game. Whatever you say. Let's leave one Paragon back for a second until we cap points. Keep most of our ships in the middle for now. Do up the beginning of a formation. We'll fix it later. Expecting to be pressured, so... okay. And honestly, I should have just waited 10 seconds. There is the other Paragon, so we can actually do this right. Something like that. Alright. Minefield Dodgeball SMH. Yeah, Minefield Dodgeball fleet. Yep. Don't think the game is taking the fighters into account. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If they're just going to run some of their ships in one by one to die, I'll take that as well. Like this one. It's not going to die because it's a Medusa, but it is going to take a lot of pressure. Oh, never mind. It's harpooned. Good job, other Medusa, although that was a lot of your harpoon compliment, but I accept your decision. Hey, the Odyssey is their front runner. Oh, okay. 3 of their 4 capital ships have been deployed. Odyssey up first on the standard fit. And unable to use its shields to block attacks from 3 sides. Real bad for it. Real good for us. That's the spirit. Oh my god. Sweet, sweet Paragon damage. That's a level 7 officer in that Paragon, and he is down. Goodbye, TTS Heket. Omae Shinde Autopulse. And now we have them outnumbered on Paragons, so in terms of high-tech, we've probably got this. Unless the Dooms deploy and do something sneaky. They didn't deploy any of the Dooms. This fight could have gone very differently had they done their deployment differently. But it's not over yet. Okay, pew 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 pew. Autopulse pressure. Spending a lot of time under that fortress shield, friend. It's probably for the best. But I hope you have a plan. Otherwise, you are just going to die. Watching flux pools. Yep, fighters just dying incidentally. Fine by me. Crush him. Oh, it's a lot of Merv. Oh, okay, good block, good block. Nice. Okay, so yeah, maybe the system was right about this being a 43% battle. Like, that was... Mistakes were made in the enemy deployment. Mistakes were made. I'm tempted to chase after that Astral, but we should have the Auroras and Dooms coming out of the backline soon, so let's be patient. Cool. Don't like that that's that the enforcers are off dueling harbingers. It's not a good matchup. Do not 1v1 the harbinger. Oh, Astral disabled off screen. Very nice. Where are the Dooms? Was I hallucinating when I saw 4 Dooms in the starting lineup? With a hail of harpoons! Bail! Curse you, Bail! Yep. Fighters are probably calculated in the carrier's calculation. I do not actually know. No idea how combat in this game works, but I do know that the enemy fleet is getting mauled right now. Yes, they are getting mauled. We might even get a new Astral out of it, or some other great ship. Yes, it is true. There's a Doom. There's the Odyssey. And we're still kind of losing on the flanks, but that's okay, as long as they're not managing to do anything in the middle. I'll take it. Okay, Tempest running out of readiness. Let's find him. He's right there. Give him the retreat order. He's going to be running out of combat readiness. He's getting tired. Alright. And there's a Doom. And another Doom to his left. No hilarious or horrible landmine pressure has been started yet. And if the Dooms are going to advance alone, without allies, that's probably going to end really poorly for them. Unless they, you know, trick our ships into using their shields poorly. We'll see. Omen is running out of readiness. He backs up as well. And the Harbinger is out of combat readiness. He is no longer playing. This one is down to 30%, so he's going to start malfunctioning. He'll eventually just shut off as well. Very nice. Okay, I don't like that, I don't like that. He already has a waypoint that he should be going back to guard, so we're going to pull both the Paragons back with retreat orders. Not sure why they've been playing so far forward when all of our other ships haven't. It's finally starting to hurt. So move an Eradicator to escort each one and just pull them back. Even though we are winning, we don't want to acquire demod. Don't want to lose a Paragon and have to pay to repair it later. Okay, cut the waypoints. Now we're going to focus. The fleet on, taking down specific targets. Primarily, we're just going to have them engage the Dooms. Honestly, they don't have much else left. I guess they're out of frigates, which is fair. Well, maybe not fair, but good for me. Let's see if we can get through this without the AI on our end making horrible mistakes. Yeah, like that, where they drop a landmine in front and one behind. Sometimes your ship will go the wrong way, or it'll lower its shield in a strange way. If you're playing and piloting a Doom, you can make the AI behave poorly and die quite often. It's very doomable. Nope, okay. Pull that Medusa out, he's injured. Ow, my Medusa, Ultramancer, you died. Yeah, this has gone swimmingly well, given what the fleet composition they had. And we will take that cash. Really? They're not going to surrender even though they have one brawler? Okay. Whatever you say, game. I'll finish you off. That's fine. So, did all that with one loss. Not too bad. They can go. Let's recover our Medusa. They didn't drop anything that we could take. The game has not been kind today in terms of dropping ships for me to salvage. Till just now. We'll take that Harbinger. Throw back all that metal. We don't need it. Okay. Auto-fit him and mothball him for towing for now. And we have some planets we can check out here. Upcoming Hegemony AI inspection. Still actually quite a ways away from that at 15 points of build-up a month, but we will have to deal with it. I like that all of our planets have been marked as equally targetable, danger extreme, even though only one of them actually has valuable AI cores. I was hoping we would just bait them to Jusumtopia, where all of our ships are stored, and be able to fight them there, but no such luck. Building lots of stuff here. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade the spaceport, so we have some cash floating. And let's just do these surveys and get out of here. Something floating by this planet. A mining station. Place your bets on how much ore it contains. I'm going to say 10k. I was completely wrong. 500. Second scoop, don't fail me now. 400. That is the worst in terms of ore that we've seen in a long time on a mining station. Okay. Let's drift away. But this biofactory embryo is actually exactly what we need for Kostrata, which is habitable and can benefit from that item in its light industry. So let's actually go. Well, we can't. Let's hear. We have enough crew. Let's just repair the Harbinger. That way we can transverse jump. I don't have to deal with it. Let's go to Jusumtopia and pick up our Dealmaker Holosuit. And then we can go over to the other planet and install the items for gains. love building dooms with unstable injector and speed buffs and nothing else. Dip in, assassinate bounty target with mines, then dip out. That is a hilarious idea. Deck out a missile boat with harpoons. We might have to call it the Moby Dick or the Ahab. Yeah. Morse code noise supposed to be there. Morse code noise. So for the past 3 seconds, there hasn't been any noise transmitting. I'm watching like the meters on OBS, and all I see is my voice. Maybe it's not. Let me listen back to the replay of the live stream. I don't hear anything unusual. There might be a beep or a boop going on during certain actions. That might be what you're hearing. But if there's something consistently going on in the audio, let me know again and I'll check again. My setup is pretty straightforward. It should just be my voice and the game audio today and nothing else. And my voice shouldn't be sounding like Morse code. So it's probably in the game. Hey, pursuing Tri-Tac Trader. Blue Swarm Patrol engage. You know what? Oh, I'm making a return and run. Let's wait for our other bubble to engage. There we go. We'll join this battle. It's on home turf. We might as well. We can't deploy much, but we can deploy some. Put the Paragon on search and destroy, and we'll just chill. Maybe the hostages in Pumpkin's basement learned Morse code, perhaps. Think it was comms during battle. Could be. Like every time I pause, there's a little, like, tick-tick the game plays. And whenever I click on a ship, beep, 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 there's that beep. So it could be those, or similar sounds. Or what Raging Furball said is also possible. Indeed, indeed. How long have we been going? Oh, hour and a half already, okay. Oh. Yeah, just for the chance at the onslaughts, because again, we're not heavy industry established yet, so. And even then, I don't think I have blueprints for every ship in the game. I certainly probably don't. Let's watch our glorious ventures. There. Harpoons and sabos. And breaches. And salamanders. Yeah, there's no coherency here, and sabos over there. Oh, I should probably be on autopilot so that I'm not just drifting forward lazily into the enemy, which I already did and took that hit on the front, so I'm a derp. Paragon, what are you doing? You're chasing a frigate. Stop that. We need you up there, in the line. I thought I could let you think for yourself, but clearly I was wrong. Just bind the Apogee and the Paragon there. And note that the Apogee is named the I'm Not Dead Mark II, because it's the second ship that I've dedicatedly built for myself to use. And thus the only ship that I consider that I've lost was the previous Odyssey before this, which was the first I'm Not Dead. Other than that, haven't really committed to any personal flagships this run that aren't just copies of that first Odyssey. Looks like they're not going to do anything interesting, and they're going to give us time to just get that Paragon into position. I like this. I like this plan. They are also just surrounded by mules and ventures, so there's that. Not that those mules and ventures are actually going to be able to stop them. Probably. We'll see, though. Beams. another one of our ships onto the field. Oh, okay. Apogee, no. Back it up. Okay. Yay, Paragon has arrived. Okay, and room to deploy a few more ships. The more damage we do with our own ships, the better our chances of post-battle loot are as well. So, thus a good idea to deploy our own stuff rather than waiting for our allies to throw more potatoes onto the field, which they will of course do if we wait, but I'd rather get maximum personal gain out of this. Okay, Apogee, you're being silly again. Stop blocking the line of fire of the Paragon. Let's get out of the way. Even if the debris blocks your guns, that's alright. Just do a little more manual control here. Come on, drop your shield. Let the high-intensity laser do its work on you. There we go. Let's mark that onslaught for engage. And just push toward him. Do you end the stream when you die? Generally not. It's not that kind of stream. Like, I'm honestly not sure what the appeal of that format is. Like, if you're really bad at the game, then the stream would end very quickly, and maybe that's a funny joke once. And if you're really good at the game, then I guess, then wouldn't people want to see more of that skill? Even if you died. I don't know. I don't know about that format, at least not for me. Like, the game already has stakes in terms of ship loss and stuff. And I'm a YouTuber, dang it. Why would I not want to, you know, make more content? Even in death, I must still content. Right? Harpoon's good. Blocked by the corpse of his fellow is a problem for our Paragon, but there we go. Just took time. Go high-intensity laser on the Apogee. Burn him. Burn through his armor. Look at that, yeah, the hot spot. Right there. That's the stuff. He's a very tanky boy. I bet he has skills of some kind. Yup, impact mitigation, damage control, systems expertise elite, which gives him 10% damage reduction. That'd be what's doing it. It's like, man, he has a lot of staying power, more than he should. Okay. Battle is basically ours. Let's wait and we'll deploy an Eradicator if we get a few more deployment points. Just in the mop-up. Warhammer 40k reference? Yeah, I do have some knowledge of some things that aren't from the 1990s. Wait, that would also be Warhammer. Dang it! Never mind. I do have some cultural references still baked in me. I'm not completely nerve-stapled by just playing Starsector all the time. Apogee, what are you doing? Note how once again he blocks the line of the fire of the Paragon. This is why I manually pilot you, you punk. Yep, come here. You can stop doing whatever you're doing now. Let's just get your flux taken care of. The Apogee can tank, or the Paragon can tank. It's fine. Okay. There's our Eradicator deployment opportunity. Put you back on autopilot, and maybe you'll learn this time. Looking around. Yeah. Oh man, the poor fleets that came to assist us, they're slowly just getting wiped. Even though we are steadily winning. Tempest running out of readiness, pull him back. Though he did just crack that Enforcer, good job. In the grim darkness of Starsector, there's only war. Pumpkin says, I'm starring it, and by it, let's just say, my sector, huh? Apogee sees Paragon getting shot and goes, "Get down, Mr. President!" Yeah, even though the Apogee is... or the Paragon is a billion times more durable. The awkward thing is that the Apogee and the Paragon are the ships that I'm most invested in keeping alive because they're the hardest to get a hold of compared to our other ships. Eradicators are everywhere, Enforcers are everywhere, Medusas are usually pretty cheap and easy to find. Okay, enemy fleet defeated. We've got them. Salvage. Onslaught, please. Yes! Okay, Onslaughts, Enforcers, we take it all because we're at home. It's an excellent time to accrue ships. Okay, let's park it. First things first, we'll just auto-fit these for now. Not too worried about it. Okay, repair. Storage all those potatoes for later. We have, once again, built up something of a backup fleet or two here. At least. Okay, scrape the demods off the Medusa. Oh, my bank balance. Throw all that into the stockpiles. Weapons as well. Okay, we came here to pick up the Dealmaker, primarily. And let's see, we could use 1, 2 more little cores here. So, 1, 2. Grab those. Then it's supplies and fuel. Okay. Put in a course for our other planet. Let's get out of here. I'm watching you, Hegemony Patrol. Yeah, I feel like that battle might actually have gone more smoothly had I just let my own patrols die and then swept in and actually gotten all of my heavy hitters deployed in their normal positions. Oh, it's those allied reports making the beeps. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the game also just has, like, as I start paying attention to it, there are so many little beeps and boops and things. It's like, which one which one do they mean? Which beep among all these beep boops? Okay, almost over there. Still tech mining somewhere. We are. Where are we still? Oh, right, we started tech mining on the Pumpkin Forge world. That's right. We're going to do tech mining. Yeah, Ruin's largely untapped. Once the little message there changes to, you know, the easy spots have been explored, we'll get rid of tech mining. Replace it with heavy industry. Okay, assign AI core. And install the embryo. Go to commerce and assign AI core. And install Dealmaker. 50% bonus income. Bam, 190. Now, despite having way worse AI cores in it, it's making more than our first planet. Very nice. Current stability is 7. Oh, -3 for commerce. If we drop Freeport, yeah, okay. So there is a bit of a downside there. But, it's fine. As long as it doesn't go to 0, which it shouldn't at this stage. Let's see. Import volume. 6 needed. Exports of crew bring no income. No. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. That's basically the last upgrade for that planet for a long time. Do we have a nearby gate we can go through? We do. Let's take this. Go back to the core world. So where are we at? Hour and a half. The beep boops of despair and suffering. I see. Ooh. Nope, they don't want us. Okay. In we go. Back down to Yama and back over to Klon and Yokbreeze, just to check in for missions, if there are any, and to get more fuel. Okay, fuel, sell those. Oh, sell the blueprints to the pirates specifically. Reach command end bar, don't care. Not poor enough to take on that mission, especially with their net income for the last month being 2K. Don't worry, this month it should pick back up. Okay, and fuel. And missions. Oh. Elite Mercenary, we're not ready yet. Bloodic Path, kind of boring. Kind of small. Tri-Tac Fleet, kind of boring, kind of small. Still offering the Dorito bounty. Big Remnant bounty. Small Tri-Tac bounty. Okay. Dorito bounty. Yeah, the game really wants us to go do that. Man, another high-tech fight. I feel like we need contacts from other factions. We need other military contacts, but that's going to be particularly difficult because we're not really friends with other factions. I guess what we could do... Oh, no, not her. Where's your station commander? You could resign the Tri-Tac commission, which does mean we don't get access to the military market for ships. Oh. Yeah, the other problem is, our relations didn't really recover, did they? We're gonna have to work on that the slow way. By doing bounties for all the various factions, among other things. So let's have a look at this one. It's at least not fighting another high-tech mirror match. Binary star system, arid world. Oh, that's like right by home. Yeah, that's super chill bounty location. Let's go for that. And once I arrive, before we do the bounty, I'll probably take another 5-minute break. Okay. And by once we arrive, I mean we've arrived. That was fast. Okay. Message checks. If you get another administrator, you can get +1 stability for not managing your own colonies. Right. Except that I am maxed out on administrators, 3 of 3. There are only so many you can have. We have the maximum amount. It would be nice to replace Zuo with another expensive administrator that has industrial planning, but yeah. And we could still get 1 more planet, so I could have personal control over 1 more colony. But after that, it's only AI cores that are going to get us more planets. Assuming we even need more planets once all of these grow up to size 6. I'm still not certain of that. Oh yeah, we're going to have to hazard pay this one to get it to grow at all. Kind of awkward. Let's not rush things. Let's let everything build first. Okay. So, break time fight. And also, yes, good morning on Xarius. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, AI cores don't count toward administrators. Correct. That is what I was trying to say. Okay. Deploy the fleet. Autopilot for me. We did default. I don't think there's value in doing derelicts because they don't have the Guardian lineup, so we'll fight a hegemony fleet. Default number of officers is fine. Ship quality, yeah, okay. Generate group. And with that, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, I return. I guess we won. I peeked over after I got out of the bathroom and was like, oh, my ship died. That's why we changed our focus. Okay. So, let's carry on for a bit longer. We always need more planets. Who's going to replace the pirates after they get wiped? Oh no. Solution is to be the pirate. The stream is the birth of the chair break screen. Oh no. Create new high-tech pirate nation. Ship being blasted by gunfire ASMR. Yup, we do all of that here. An apogee in its natural state. Sound of cascading gunfire is how I sleep best. Purple cosmic fart cloud looking sketchy. Okay. But our bounty was, I think, Arid World. So let's get in here. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, immediately. Immediately emergency burn toward us. Hello, Hebe. Hebe's fleet. Io, Hebe, Admiral. Attention, prey. I refuse. Okay. 35% difficulty. Should be pretty chill. Not one for the history books. Unless it goes horribly wrong somehow, I guess. Okay, no drone tender deployment. Let's deploy everything else. Keep one Paragon back for half a second. Send everyone toward points. And toward kind of the middle. And let's go ahead and avoid order that. That other point, we don't want to be over there. Not yet. Waiting for reinforcement points. Okay. Gets us our other Paragon, and we can do an actual formation now. Mercian League, Pegasus, 2 conquests, champions. I think we'll be fine to try and hold both sensor jammers. We're gonna try kind of a bravery deployment here. Where we go for those. Me and the Condor in the back there. Alright, and we're gonna give up that comm relay. We don't need it where we're going, which is hopefully toward victory. If we could hold both sensor jammers, that would be great. Give us the best possible range advantage. Calling it going horribly wrong is on the table. Going horribly wrong is always on the table, especially in vanilla Starsector, where the balancing is so tight. And sometimes missteps can just cause horrible defeat. We'll see. I also really should start working on S-modding the ships in the fleet. So we can get up to the point where we could maybe roll the dice and fight a mercenary bounty. And see how we do in the true kind of end game of bounty hunting. Or do the remnant bounties or something. Or go fight Ordos. It all just... I don't normally go for any of that. Oh no, until... Retreat him. Until we're fully upgraded in some way. Do you have... No, your hull is not regenerating. You're just going to take damage. Okay. So we... Yeah, we're going to keep letting him retreat until his flux fixes itself. There we go. And then we're going to assign him as a sacrificial brick to one of the Paragons, and he's going to give up his position. We'll crunch that Enforcer inward, although I think it may have been maybe too late. Okay, yeah, retreat him back. We'll try and fix his position. Who's overloaded? Okay, hammered. Oh, good job, Enforcer. I didn't expect that of you. That is above and beyond. Okay. Let's actually just lock him to the other Paragon for now. And because of the change to the formation, we'll move the Condor to the left a little. Where's the Pegasus? Not on the field, that's where. Yeah, and oh, right. So I want to try and capture that. I shouldn't have an avoid point order. I shouldn't have the avoid order on it now. It's not on the table, it's the main course, yeah. Why else are we here but to watch me succeed until I suddenly don't and lose everything yet again? Are you not here for the entertainment of the ups and downs of fate? And the pain of permanent ship loss? Isn't this just Pokemon Nuzlocke for spaceship nerds? But also an endless game? or as endless as one can reasonably make it. Nice. Okay, the Enforcer has managed to get back to the team. Good. Vigilance down, very nice. No one is off, like, terribly isolated, except the Medusa, which is fine. Medusa can go make horrible mistakes. I don't like that we're getting wrapped up. That's kind of the downside of pushing this far forward and trying to hold the sensor jammers. Which, honestly, we're not holding those sensor jammers at this stage. But I think we're okay. Not sure about this Paragon kind of extending outward. Oh, Eradicator down. He got eaten by the Dragonfires. Okay, we need to make a tactical change here. We're going to commit to this sensor jammer. And we're going to turn our Paragons toward that Pegasus. We have nothing else we can deploy. This is it. Forget that. Back everyone up. So until that runs out of Dragonfire missiles, it is the most dangerous thing for our smaller ships. So, hopefully we nuke it here. We don't want it to give it the chance to keep sitting back and firing is the main thing. Nice, okay, there we go. Oh, the Reaper got shot down, okay. That's good. So now we should be able to huddle up on our chosen point here. Be okay. Hopefully. Omen almost out of readiness. We'll try and retreat him. I don't think he's gonna make it, though. It's a lot of ship. Let's bump those up to heavy escort orders. We might try and, like, chain backward. I don't know if we have to retreat here. We may be in over our heads. We're very surrounded. Don't like. Like you said, there is always a chance of loss. The main problem is that this Paragon is full of flux. This one is barely firing. We need them to swap positions somehow. But there's no easy way to achieve that. Sorry, bumped the mic. And we are still killing stuff, so that's working out at least to a degree. Let's cut the escort orders, do an engage order. Yeah, as they're not very gracefully, but they are swapping positions as intended. Okay. Oh, I say as they start going back the other way. Curse you, Paragons. Okay. The Omen got out, which is good. Let's change that up. Actually, I think we've pushed him, far enough back that it's not relevant to try and... Ah, my Enforcer! Try and deal with... Okay. He solved part of his flux. Good. Nuzlocke Starsector would be a new take on Iron Man. Keep a ship from every encounter, no more than one. You can't salvage your own ships, they get blown up. That sounds fun, honestly. Yeah! Only enemy salvaging. If you go onto the channel and go into the Supercuts and Movies playlist, you will find a salvage-only Iron Man playthrough of Starsector, where I built my fleet only by salvaging enemy ships and derelict ships. No purchasing ships. I don't remember if I was also limited to not purchasing weapons, but it's been a while. But it was a very fun concept to play around with for a while. Highly recommend either trying out that kind of play or watching a video. Pew 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 pew. Okay, but I think we've stabilized. I think we're gonna be fine. We got the Conquest to stop pressuring our wounded Paragon, which is the one up there looking worse for wear with the crumply side of the donut. And now we're picking them off. We did take losses, though, which means repair costs, but so be it. Pressure him down. Fear not his DM. Just keep shooting. Oh, his engines are out. Yeah, he's fried. Enemy fleet defeated. Finish him. We wanna take some of these home. No, my Tempest. If possible. Okay. Kick on full assault. Kick on 2x speed. Let this finish up. Ah. There we go. Yeah, 4 ships lost. Okay. We're not going to pursue them. We'll just pick up. Of course. Story point costs. Okay, we'll take the Eagle home with us. It's at least something as a prize here. I don't want a vigilance. Okay. And auto-fit the Eagle for now. So it has some stuff. Okay, and we've been here before. We're just going to take the gate. And go back around to home. Storage the Eagle. Go from there. Oh, never mind. I forgot what system I'm in. We're actually right next to home. What am I doing? Okay. Easy. How's our tech mining looking? Ruins are largely untapped. Okay. Oh. Oh, there's another fight. We have allies being oppressed by the hegemony. I don't think we can avoid that. That was the one where you leaned on the Citadel for a while. Yeah. Yeah! I had some mods installed on that one. I think specifically I had all of Yunru's ships and JD Piracy installed, so there were some interesting ships floating around in pirate fleets to be played with. Question, do I like Uma Musume? I mean, when I come across little things from it, I'm normally not disappointed. I'm normally amused and entertained, but I don't seek out any Uma Musume content. I have a friend who's been watching the anime and quite liking it, but I don't know. I might watch it with them sometime, but probably not on my own time. Oh no! Okay, our guys died. Never mind. There's no one to protect. There's no one to defend. Let's just go home. Oh, our station is also in need of protection. Okay. Okay. Store the Eagle for later. Store the guns, because gun hoarding is what we do here. That's really all we need to do. It would be good. S-mods. We have many mods that we could mod. It also would be good to drop Ballistic Mastery, because it's really not helping us on Apogee. Let's do that really quick. Drop. Let's go ahead and take targeting analysis. We'll take helmsmanship and then missile spec. Call it good. Okay. How much bonus XP do we have? 22 million. Not enough. 6 story points, so let's go ahead and do Paragon Gons. More flux stats are always good. Just looking at what we have here mainly. More firing of auto pulses is also usually good. However, I would actually like to do advanced turret gyros for the bonus damage. So there we go. Giving us 20 points to play with, so we'll take aux thrusters so that we can spin. Okay. And a similar plan over here. More dissipation. Starters, and then turret gyros for damage. Is this the ideal fit? I have no idea, and we'll take stabilized shields this time as well. For the hard flux conversion. Okay. Get our maximal benefit there. Okay, that leaves us 20 points. So you guessed it, it's aux thrusters, so we can spin and aim the guns better. Alright, let's go aim those guns at the hegemony. Boop, deploy some stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, double Paragon deployment. Perfect. Just send those to their respective spots. Whoa, whoop, lost the chat window. Let's see here. And the Ptero too, yeah, and the Ptero. Ptero also good. Pterodactyl. Shoots many harpoons. I remember being quite pained when I lost it. But yeah, treating all of your ships as basically non-renewable resources is very interesting way of thinking. And it's kind of why I'm still playing on Iron Man. It's a little bit more chill than saying no buying ships. And the same concept of treating things as limited, even though you could be building them, is something that we might discuss while playing Kenshi soon. Later today? Tomorrow? I'm not sure when I'll start that. Soon. It needs to be this month. That's the plan. Ooh. Yep, the problem with Paragons is waiting for them to get to the field. Okay, that gives me enough to deploy some frigates. Alright, should be in range. Ugh. Okay, that was just a kite crashing into the station like a winner. Fine by me. There we go. They're not quite moving as far forward as I would hope. It's just kind of cluttered, I think, is why. Oh, good job with the Reaper Omen. I'm so proud of you. Actually landing it. Yeah, such caution. It's okay, we're not fighting back-to-back station battles, so it's okay if the station takes some hits or loses modules. It's not a big deal. Let's go like this instead. Engage their ships. Yeah, the main thing I'm noticing is that they're getting just in range to like fire the auto pulses, but the tack lances aren't firing. Maybe it's because it thinks it doesn't need them. If I were in the Paragon, I would be firing all the things. Oh, there's a tack lance shot from around cover. I'll take it. As long as they're using them occasionally. I like this behind cover sneaking out tack lance shots thing. Would make more sense if the onslaught was actually pointed at him, but so be it. Get him, boys. It's kill order time. Alright, his engines are out. He's toast. Next. Reaper. Bam. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh, burn drive. Stuck. Ooh. It's 10 p.m. for you right now, so you're gonna dip. Alright, take care. catch you in the next one. Getting ready to start your first colony. Are there any tips? Does being in a faction affect other than reputation? Let me get back out to the main screen here. Salvage. Oh, they didn't drop. Didn't drop any ships, any goods for us. Okay. So the main thing that determines how easy a colony is to work with is its hazard rating. If your colony has below 100% hazard rating, it will be very cheap to run comparatively and very easy to build up, which will feed back into the rate of gain on the colony crisis meter. The easier your colony is to develop, the more likely you are to get into trouble with other factions. All of the colony crises can be resolved permanently, at which point you'll never get these again. I've done most of them, so the only faction that still has issues with me is the hegemony for my use of AI cores. It's very likely when you start out, the only people that will pay attention to you in the crisis meter are pirates, which hopefully you can handle at this stage. If not, they won't. Most of the colony crises don't destroy your colony. They just knock it back a stage. Temporary setbacks, so don't worry too much about that. And a lot of the crises can be resolved through non-combat methods. Read the text for each one, for hints. But yeah, if you want an easy time, it's kind of a balancing act between hazard rating versus how fast you want to fight through the crises. If you, instead of taking a nice planet like this with a low hazard rating, if you started with something like this volcanic world with a 225% rating, the main problem here is how much it costs to build and maintain anything. It's going to be going negative for a while. But if this were my only planet, because it would grow, not at all, or really slowly, like to make it grow I have to do hazard pay, it's not going to attract too many crises problems. So if you want something to just build a single heavy industry on, and just build ships slowly and not worry about anything else, I would actually pick a volcanic world if you wanted to have like a pirate playthrough and not be a major power. But if you want to expand, and have an empire, go for the low hazard worlds for the most part. And the resources do kind of matter, but almost every planet you find in the game can be made profitable with the application of enough hazard pay, industries, and AI cores. So there are dud planets, but there also aren't dud planets. Once you poured enough money in, it's pretty hard to not get some benefit back. The other thing to keep in mind is where your colony is located. I personally like to have one kind of close to the core worlds, and to scatter the rest of them out so that I can use them as little like forward bases to jump off into the unknown. Anyway, that's the word vomit about colonies. Does being in a faction affect it? Yes, there is a trick you can do. So say you're commissioned to Tritech, boom, they live here in Hybrazil. You could actually make your colony on one of their planets that's in their system, and their fleets will protect you. On the other end, if you were not commissioned to Tritech and you tried to make a colony here on Ogma, they would attack you relentlessly until your colony died. Unless you successfully defended it until it reached size 5, at which point they would respect and allow you to exist. So there's kind of a thing that happens in claimed systems that way. Do 6 AM here, have this on the second monitor while you do your own modded playthrough. Nice, hope your playthrough goes well. We already have integrated targeting units, so that's just money. Okay. What's that? No, Buffalo. Don't care. I don't want the dram either, just want the little bit of loot. Okay. So, that all being said, bounty tab looking kind of sparse, except for this double Invictus bounty. Nice. Gas Giant. Haven't been to Penelope Star yet? We might not make it in time. There's a trick we can do. We can use a gate. Get on down there. But yeah, basically the starting colony you pick is kind of up to personal preference on how hands-on you want to be. And this time around I opted for pretty hands-on. But now I'm past that, and we're kind of in the chill phase. So every vanilla run ends up here eventually with colonies, unless you, I guess, fail very repeatedly, which can happen. That's probably our bounty. Yeah, we're just going to drop right in on top of them. Let's save here. About 2 hours in. Okay. Tag, jump. There they are. Step out so they see us and burn toward us. Nice, they emergency burned, which is exactly what I wanted. No more story points to put in. Okay, do or die. Let's fight. Oh, no difficulty adjust for this. Despite 2 Invictuses. Okay. And we get our full deployment. Alright then. We're not going to make the same mistake as last time and try and hold their half of the field. We're going to hold our half of the field, like I would normally do. Was a little too brave in the last Persine League fight. Did not like the result where we lost 4 ships. Big sad. So we'll do like this. Same deployment you've seen me use basically all day. And see how we do. Really depends. What we do kind of depends on what they deploy. Do they deploy the Invicti first, or do they lead with all their small ships? Basically, if they deploy the big bricks, we need to hunt those down so that they don't get to play fire support for the whole battle. I was drinking water, and then I saw something very awkward happening. Tempest, what are you doing? Why did you fly into all of this? Are you nuts? Or are you a genius? You seem to have made it work and killed an enemy lasher, so I guess you're a genius. Okay, they deployed 1 big battle potato. CGR Seraphim. Invictus Standard Dreadnought. What are you doing, Eradicator? Everyone else is in the line. Only you have gotten forward. Let's not fight for control of the nav buoy. Now that we're here, we don't need the bonus move speed. We're in position, mostly. Paragon shuffling toward the line. Yeah, and what does he have equipped is the other question. 2 Hellbore, 2 Hurricane, 4 Devastator, 4 Mark 9. Okay. Pretty average. No particular weakness for us to worry about. Actually, it's yeah, he has 4 Mark 9s, just only 2 of them are under the LiDAR array effect. Okay. Tempest, what are you doing? My best. Yeah. We'll see how we do here, without giving further orders for a second. Excuse me, mainly I want to watch the flux on each ship. That's why we're flickering around. In case we need to retreat anyone. If we can safely hold the line against the Invictus, and then and eliminate a lot of his escorts, then we can just go big brick hunting later, which would be awfully convenient. With his front row of guns disabled, if you can see that there, that means he's not going to be doing too well, because we are just punching him with the 2 tack lances. I'm pretty sure is where our EMP damage is coming from. Very nice. But yeah, we are also rocking a 3S mod Paragon versus their Captain level 5 Invictus, so we do have a bit of an advantage there. Maybe it's fair this battle had no difficulty percent, huh? Oh, okay, we're into his hull. We may not have to do any fancy orders here. It may be enough just to let the Paragon have at him. Yep, canister flank won't save you, friend. Pretty maneuverable on that back pedal, though. Yeah, we're winning. Let's not get greedy and try and chase him, though. Just Ooh, he's coming back in. I figured he would turn around and retreat now that his hull is so low. But alright. Alright. Gun him down. Yeah, we got him. I don't think he's going to back up in time before the next pulse. Yeah, okay. Very good. That's also a potential Invictus we could add to our home defense fleet. Although we've had horrible luck with getting capital ships to drop today, so we'll see. We'll see about that. Blood's left shoe, no! Enemy Mora, dead. But yeah, until the other Invictus shows up, this is gonna... Actually, honestly, we got 3 Eradicators left. What are they gonna do? I think we're ready. Ready to spread out and do damage. Okay, let's retreat the Omen. Tempest losing readiness, maybe? Let's see here. 240 to the 270. Okay, so Tempest should be losing readiness. We'll back them both up. I missed the notification earlier because I was too enamored by the power of my Paragon destroying an Invictus. Just opened the VOD from the Draconis stream and started watching it when you got the notification that I was live. Cheers. Welcome to the stream, Kronos. Good to have you. But yes, I am also live over here. Of course, you can watch whatever you want to watch from the content. But I am live now, playing Vanilla Iron Man with my cool Command Apogee, which I haven't covered that in a few hours. So, S-modded Operations Center ECM package and nav relay with a high-intensity laser and an IR auto-lance and attack laser in the front mounts for absolute armor-cracking power. Look at that hole we've put in the Invictus's armor right there, just with our one high-intensity laser. And other than that, its main contribution to the fight is a Salamander MRM and a Hydra launcher. So, little green missiles of support are what we do. And it's been doing relatively well on autopilot. Sometimes I have to manually retreat it so that it doesn't block the line of fire of a Paragon. But I've been pretty happy with it overall, as an alternative to me manually piloting an Odyssey all the time, which can get mentally and physically exhausting during the longer streams. But yeah, that's 2 Eradicators dead off screen, and we're basically done here. We're just chewing through the Brick Burger. Operations Center, my beloved, a must-have for the commander that can't really pilot. Yeah, totally fair. Put on all your flagships, right? Because you're always commanding rather than personally piloting. Makes total sense. Medusa running out of readiness, but that's fine. We're just going to put the kill order on the Invictus and finish this up. Yeah, we haven't had an Invictus since I foolishly transverse jumped into all 15 of the Persine League's blockade fleet bubbles before they left Kazaron, because I was a fool. Honestly, maybe we should go try and take the Hegemony Nanoforge. Or they send an investigation, it might make that a little easier. Oh. Happy days. So they've actually finally dropped ships that we can recover without story points. And we got both Invictuses. Nice. Okay, real quick, before we hemorrhage all of our stuff, let's mothball all those for towing. And get ready to just immediately haul those home. Very good. Very good RNG there. Alright, cool. Asteroids. And get these home and repaired. Then we will have good big guns for defense or offense. Okay, tech mining has already run out of good production. Are we? Okay, ruins have been stripped of easy pickings, so we're basically done with the brain. Chances of getting the really good stuff, which is fine. It wasn't even a very big ruin to begin with, just extensive, not vast. So we'll queue up the true purpose of this Forge world, which is to have a heavy industry. So we can start building ships and get away from just looting ships like we've been doing. Although I do like looting ships. Another battle with the hegemony. Okay. Storage all of that. Unmothball all these guys. How much crew do you take? A lot, apparently. 500,000. I think one of them has the debuff that makes it so you need more crew. Increase maintenance. Alright, it'll be here. Let's see. Degraded engines. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Plus 1,200 requirement there. Plus 2,000 requirement there from power grid. Yeah, faulty automated systems. That's really bad. And it would cost $1.5 million to restore, so we're just going to have to eat those costs. We're just going to standard fit these. I'm not going to worry about it, because they're immediately going to go... Oh, wait. No. I want to recover them, so the CR heals. And then put them away. Along with their absurd crew requirements for later. Okay, just put these on my normal fit. Store those as well. Okay. And I think we're good. Let's go talk to the investigators. Just to deal with them. Okay. I think we'll start off small. Scale up as we go. Let's just worry about balling up on the sensor jammer for now. Alright. Apogee here, beloved. Yeah, we have an Apogee this time as our kind of autopilot flagship. That is the plan for now. So. Okay, gotta check something else. Are we on? Yeah, okay, there we go. Autopilot, go. Lead me to victory. As our poor little fleet of random stuff gets absolutely destroyed. Learning to fly a bit better in your own game. The Fang Eradicator has been great for that. Yeah, the Fang, the Hazard Mining Incorporated supervillains. The Fang faction has really good stuff. I quite like them. You have the Aurorian faction, probably the UAF, in your game. They kind of crack you up. Their description says they're peaceful and want to stay away, but man, they're bloodthirsty as heck. Yeah, they have... If I remember right, I think they have a diplomatic trait where if you piss them off, they will just try and erase whoever attacked them from existence. Like, if you form a faction and then you ally with them and someone attacks you, they will just deploy the horde and do tons and tons of violence. So they're not as peaceful mechanically as the descriptors may imply. But yeah, we're gonna win this pretty casually, just through sheer numbers. So this is more an opportunity for me to watch my Apogee to make sure it doesn't get melted by an onslaught, for one. Why don't we stand up and stretch? Then I should take an eye strain break again soon. Yeah, I'm kind of watching IRL, watching the weather, and watching for daylight, because I want to do the mile or so walk into town to the little store. Because I think I could go for coffee. I haven't had coffee in a few months, not coffee at home anyway. Maybe some other burritos and snacks and things. Okay. Apogee, you've lost your autopilot privileges. We are going to force you to retreat to deal with your flux. Because clearly you have no idea what you're doing on autopilot yet again. Oh, manual control, vent. And let's just move him kind of this way, so he's back behind the lines for now. He's only super useful with all of the armor damage if we pair him with one of the Paragons anyway. No, Buffalo, you died. How unexpected. Let's see here. Thankfully, they're one of the only factions that doesn't hate you. Yeah, don't make them hate you. You won't believe who just tuned in. It's that Void Guy. Welcome back, Void Guy. Good to see you. I feel like we were just here, like, 10 hours ago. But in a different timeline of Starsector. Burp, burp. Okay, Tempest. Retreat. Kind of move the Apogee to right there for the waypoint. Don't know what our Condor is doing. Let's gather him over to where the Apogee is going. Don't know why he's in front of and trying to flank when he's a carrier. Or mule. Alright, we'll shift that way, move the defense point to this one, since that's where they're all gathered. Ally deploying Cerberus is foolish. Could have let me deploy an Eradicator, but no. For real, yeah. Yes, I streamed, I went to sleep, got up, and now we're streaming again. And that's okay. I have time today. Mule destroyed. Come on, give me 2 more deployment points. Let me put an Eradicator in, boss. Okay, finally. Have something that actually has offensive weaponry on it. In the field. They can have that nav buoy. Omen, combat readiness dropping. Where is the Omen in this mess? I'm honestly not sure. Ah, there it is. Got it. Retreat. Medusa, retreat. Very good. Doing damage. Taking damage. Alright. That gets us another Eradicator on the field. Yeah, getting involved in defending allied fleets like this feels like a real slog. Like, we clear the battles in a lot more IRL time spent than if I were to do this by getting to deploy my whole fleet and actually have the Paragons and the Eradicators working together to deal the damage. Kind of frustrating. Might stop trying to protect my own fleets, honestly, even though, like, lore-wise, this is what I should be doing. This would be the way. They just deploy more Hounds and Lashers. Og. My soul. The other thing is that we are going to end up collapsing as allied ships die. And we might not be able to get a Paragon up in time to, say, protect this Eradicator from an onslaught or something. So, to conserve my own ships, we're going to make this battle take even longer by backing my boys up, waiting for our allies to die or retreat, so that I can deploy a Paragon and actually have something that can toe-to-toe those onslaughts. And hopefully prevent further losses. Yeah, as our allies are now just super confused. Okay, there we go. Paragon. Switch those waypoints to capture. And put together just a little basic formation here. Something like that. Hopefully the Condor gets out with no issues. Please don't drive toward the onslaught. Come on, buddy. Okay. With that, we should be in good position to hold. Though it would be really funny if the frigates here took down the onslaught by sheer virtue of flanking and stinging like little bumblebees. I don't think they're going to do it, though. I don't think the Hounds have it in them. Ugh. No, they do not. Yeah, in the end, this was actually just a battle against my normal fleet the whole time. Just now we're missing some pieces due to combat readiness, but so is the enemy. So it's fine. We've worn down their capital ships. We're definitely going to outlast them, even though they're low-tech and we're high-tech. Okay, manual control. What are you doing? What are you doing, Apogee? Back it up. Drop that shield for a second. Ooh, dodge, 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 dodge. Nice, okay. And back on autopilot you go. I think the Paragon has got this. Yep. Alright. And with that, I think we're good to spread out and finish this up. Nice. Oh no, they all got devastated. Not nice. How about another wave? Some of them made it through. Ooh, a Grendel. Yeah, hopefully we can salvage an onslaught or something out of this so that it will have been somewhat worth it. Very nice. Onslaught trying to turn and run? Question marks? I think they are. Aquilon Ishet, the Enforcer, is ready to back out. He's been in the battle a long time. Oh, they still have ships they can deploy. That's actually really gross. Let's start grouping up. Let's forget about capping points. Just focus on fighting. Well, yeah, that's really awkward. Back it up, Enforcer. Back it up. Don't worry about that. Let's just get the Paragons into... Oh, right click. Oh, I didn't select the ship. Derp. Get the Paragons together and in play. Tempted to retreat this Enforcer, just because he's half health. Yeah, back him up. I see that. I see that Dominator rolling in. Keep backing up. Oh no. Ah, breaches. Okay. He definitely needs to retreat now. It's definitely the plan. Finish him. Nice. Alright. Distract that Dominator so that he stops chasing our wounded Enforcer. Watching the Paragon flame out an onslaught will never not be beautiful. Yeah. He does good stuff. Pretty happy with my slight modification to the Elite Autofit. Ha. Enemy fleet defeated. Okay. Welp. I do want that Dominator dead, so we'll turn on full assault and let that finish up. So we are in the home system, so it would be good to salvage what we can, if we can. Since I have 2 Invictuses in storage that I might want to use in combat, we'll also take the Pursuit on this mission, or on this fight, and see if we can get maybe their fuel tankers or their Atlases. Oh no, they disengaged cleanly. Okay, fine. I will just grab... I don't know if we need the Falcon. We'll take the Grendel and the Onslaught. Mothball those. Go in for... Independent forces and their allies. Let the hegemony go. That's not what I wanted. I said fight. Fight. Stop letting them go. I want to salvage their ships, dang it. Pursue them. Second in command. Go. Thank you. Ah, locked behind story point. Okay. Take the loot. I know, we were supposed to be befriending factions, but the hegemony is still the hegemony. Not what we need. Lots of overlapped debris fields to tuck into. Okay. Guess we have some organs we can stockpile. Alright. Weapons away. Unmothball those. Auto-fit them for now, because they're just going to get repaired. Thrown in storage. Our other glorious, glorious ships. Okay. Unexplored debris field. Is there? There is. There. Okay. Hi, hello, Jafar, and welcome to the stream. We are playing Starsector. And I think it's time, let's see here. One, I can kind of feel it in the spine now, so it's definitely time for another 5-minute break. But first, let's go ahead and SMod in. Do you have missile skill? No. What about you? Yes, okay. So what I'd like to SMod in is actually expanded missile racks. More missiles, because I like seeing the Atroposes go boom boom and do stuff. Okay. We'll scrape that demod off of that ship. We'll do a little bit of that. Since we're not looking at spending tons of money right now on anything. Good time to clean up the fleet. Okay. Basically waiting for fuel stop to grow up big and strong. And of course, we could always be pouring more money into this once it's got its industries and defenses built. It's going to be a while yet. Okay. How long have I played this game, and how many new games played this game? Huh? How long have I played this game? Well, this stream has run for 2 hours and 42 minutes. How long have I been playing Starsector in total? At least weekly for about 2 or 3 years. Ever since I've been on the channel, you can get a good idea of how often I've played via looking at the live stream tab, which is probably once a week to every day, depending. I have probably logged hundreds of hours, probably not 1,000 hours in the game yet. But since it's not on Steam, I don't have easy stat tracking, and I'll never know. How many new games of Starsector have I played? How many times have I started over? Probably more than 25 and less than 100. I've only played dedicated long vanilla campaigns like this probably less than 10 times. This is my second longest one at cycle 225. I think my record, one on my old computer before the computer died, was at cycle 236, 238, which is about 32 in-game years from the start date of the campaign. Okay, so that question answered to the best of my ability. I do need to go take a break and stretch my spine, so we're going to run another sim battle. Deploy all those boys, put ourselves on autopilot, and we'll see what kind of independent fleet we get generated. Make sure they have default number and level of officers. Okay, make sure they have some officers. Okay, and because it's just independence, this will probably be easy, but who knows, maybe they'll surprise us. Alright, I'll be back in 5. Looks like I have returned at just the right time. It seems combat has ended. Ha! Story points. None. Alright, we spent it on the Eradicator. Okay. So, where were we going? Oh, right. There's a debris field. Okay. Colony threats. Check on that. Slowly. 2 Ludic Path bases nearby. Oh wait, no, that's... Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's one. And there's the other. So let's go take care of those, just because something to do. Something to do, and they're worth story points. Everything is worth EXP. And really, the main thing that needs to happen now is to pass time for these industries to build. And making money is good too, but pass some time, repair our faction relations by not just being commissioned to tri-tac all the time. A little baby Pather base, okay. You can have that stuff. Get some heavy machinery, wait, keep 200 of that, okay. Can't raid, they have too many ships, okay. We can engage. Leave the frigates and the Condor out of this, as they are not tough enough. Alright, and I'll type something to make sure the chat window is functional on my end. Alright. The main thing here is to not let our ships, like this Medusa, overextend at the start. Which it immediately went and did. Please face camera backward, thank you. Wait for it to resolve its own flux. Take away the retreat order. Okay. Should be pretty chill because the station is tiny and is not going to be providing much support at all to the fleet of Ludic Path potatoes. Still gonna keep an eye on everyone. Like this Enforcer, who's decided to wander far too far forward. Let's just try and prevent that behavior with some avoid points. There we go. Alright, he's back in formation. Fried. Alright. Nope. Camera control issue. Okay. And yeah, we were definitely going to win this from the start, but we are now at the winning stage. Look at all those missiles. Ah, man. Expander Axe. Good stuff. Alright. Resolved. Nope, they're not done. There we go, now they're done. Enemy is defeated. Yes, yes they are. Take their valuables. Ludic Path cells disrupted. Okay, they're no longer listed in the threats tab, so that's no longer a concern. Alright. Bounties. Barren World, Giant Primary Star, Independent. We're already really good with the Independence, so we don't really need the rep from that. This one is quite far away. So we kind of just need bounties to refresh. Which means we're going back to the core worlds. the other thing we might do... Oh, there's a mining station I never looted over there. Ahem, distraction time, mining station, let's go. I might drop one of the Paragons off and go kind of smaller, grab some cruisers and destroyers. We might go do like an exploring binge. Do the exploration missions, just to raise reputation. Hey, good thing we stopped here. A whole cryoarithmic engine. Just for me. I know where that's going later. We have a hot planet that we have the heavy industry building on that could use that engine. Yeah, I think that's how that works, right? Yeah, hot or extreme heat. Exactly. So actually, we could go put that in now. The other reason to do the other reason to do exploration missions is because you fly around a lot and spend a lot of time. Advance the game clock, which would let our colony build its stuff faster. Our latest colony, that is. So yeah, let's put away one of the Paragons. And grab... What do I want to use out of the selection here? The Afflictor never steered us wrong, although it does often explode, which is fine. That looks like a long-range fit Grendel. We haven't used an Eagle in a while. And we can't go wrong with adding Enforcers until we hit the correct amount of ships. Okay. So we'll go a little wider with our fleet base. We'll just restore everything and be bankrupt. That too gives me something to do. Okay, so we're going to bring the cryoarithmic engine down to that planet. Is there anything else? Right, we have a synchrotron core we could put in a planet. Which I think Fuel Stop has. Yeah, fuel production is up over there. So it could use a gamma core and that. So we'll grab the synchrotron core. We'll grab 8 gamma cores just to put some kind core in. And then assign officers. Leave out of the Tempest. It's probably going to auto-assign you to the Grendel. That's fine. Except you don't have ballistic mastery, which kind of stinks. Being a Grendel pilot. Wow. Most of our officers don't have any ballistic mastery. Okay. Well then. Except this guy does. Put the level 7 in the Grendel. Okay. That'll do it there. Oh, I had another thought in my brain. Where did it go, and what was it? That is the question. Let's, I guess forget about that and go drop off the synchrotron core, which should be easy. Easy slip. We'll just go through the gate to that area. Repair. Yeah, we're fine. It's that floating. Hammerhead, don't care. You ask these questions, you want to know if I know enough to answer more questions, like how different each playthrough is and how many stuff in-game, events, interaction, other stuff. YouTube have limit on what you can write. If not, I have a book of questions for you. Well, the demod hull storage, yes, Ben. This is where I keep all of my ships, and most of them are trash. Jafar, you should just ask questions. Like, if you have questions, it is okay to ask them. But we should probably go one by one. If you throw down like 5 questions, that might be a lot to go through all at once and dig through what is in my brain. But yeah, there are other YouTubers that play Starsector. on a more technical level who are probably better positioned to answer questions, but I will try my best. So that's fuel production. Synchrotron core installed. Let's go down. Where is... Okay, that planet is down in the bottom left. So, do we have a gate that is close to that? Not really. Closest is EOS Exodus. So we'll pop down there. And out. And over. Go install our synchrotron core and our little gamma cores to help it along and make the hegemony more angry. Go slowly. Okay. I think this name is too long, so we're just gonna shorten it to the Pumpkin Forge. There. Just for my own sanity. Alright. Go in here, and install core, install item. And just throw gamma cores into... Oh, no, fuck. I didn't mean to remove that. Put it back in. We cannot install cores into things that are being queued and not built. Okay. In that case, let's just... I'm not worried if I forget where these cores are. We'll just store them. Grab fuel. Grab supplies. And let's see, Bounty's tab. What do we have? Syndrian Bounty all the way over there. And Exploration tab, what do we have? In addition to missions, we just have a lot of stuff that we've accumulated over time. Including the survey info for the very planet which we are at, which we can delete. Honestly, I think we're gonna clean up some of this. Like, I don't really care about locations of probes, or even locations of most types of planets. But we can see by looking whether they stand out particularly, and if one of them does, then I'll keep the log entry. This is just cleanup that I haven't been doing. Locations of debris fields do not matter. Domain or mothership, that one matters. Yeah, like equipment cache, probe. Tiny ruins, we're going to find it eventually. Domain era survey ship, not bad. Orbital installations, 11 ships. So yeah, this will help narrow down what we go and do next. Leave that. Survey ship. Or not so good class 4 world. And cruiser-sized vessel. Don't really care. Okay. Clean up that. Sorry you're a little exhausted just a little. No worries. Rest your weary eyes to the sounds of spaceship game. Okay. Suppose we should go start checking out things. Oh, that's why that's there. That's why we haven't been there. It's a high danger system. Let's go do a little random exploring for a minute. We run out of things to do, or when I get bored, we'll do something else. We probably should take explore missions from factions here in a second, so that we're at least raising our rep as we go. So the other thing about cultivating good faction relations is that is going to get us basically better trade deals. 5 officers joined your party. Do not care. Back out the airlock he goes. Poor person. Away you go. Alright. Debris field. Whoa! Hello, remnant fragment with allies. No AI cores in them, so this should be chill. Don't deploy the drone tenders, but we will deploy... let's go ahead and get the Condor out. Okay. Deploy everything else. They do have a lot of ships, is the main thing. So we're going to claim our chunk of the field, like so. There we go. Nice little line. And we'll put the Grendel in search and destroy and see how it does. A few more void points just to be certain. Okay, so I'm used to the Remnant feeling really scary, but this kind, where they don't have alpha cores in like a fifth of their ships, should be way more chill than I'm used to. Not sure how much chill. About to find out. There was no difficulty percent, I don't think, so it should be a fairly autopilotable battle. Yeah. Missiles curve to the next target. Oh, and run out of gas. Alright. Looking good. But these do still have ships streaming in. No more reinforcements coming our way from the enemy. So, let's cut points and wrap this up. Yeah, they are. They are not that scary without AI cores in them. Alright, that's their last ship. Crushed. So I think that's their last ship. No? Oh, they have a glimmer way over there. No. Well, that's what speed up is for. And melted. Okay. Relationship with Remnant down. Oh no. Take their stuff. If I remember right, medium danger systems like this should have a damaged nexus in them. I think, yeah, like that. Damaged remnant nexus. Was our original, oh yeah, unexplored planetside ruins. So let's go grab that. Debris fields abound. Really? Oh! There's a suborbital fleet. There's the danger. There's the AI core chance as well. So the main thing is they have a Nova that we need to take down before we can spread our ships out. So we're going to ball everyone up on the nav buoy. Let the Nova get to us, which shouldn't take very long, and then we'll go from there. At least shouldn't take long once the enemy spots us. There he is. So that is what we want. The Nova. He needs to die first so that he doesn't hunt each of us down one by one, because he's very good at dueling a single ship, as you can see here. Just horrible pressure on that Eradicator, despite everyone else firing at him. Bring him down. Oh, my Enforcer, okay. But that should be all we need to do. Because they don't have very many ships in total. So the rest of this should be easy fight. Didn't realize we'd be going into a remnant system. Thought we were just gonna scan some ruins and leave. But this is okay. I will take stuff. Especially if we can get any AI cores out of these suborbital fleets. Would be good to have more. Other ships? No, they really don't have any. They have just these 3 ships, okay. And done. Grab our Enforcer. No AI cores, no. Alright. Salvage scoop. Something in the corona of the sun there as well. Oh, supply cache guarded by more remnant. Whoa, okay, yep, immediately hostile. Hi. See, you guys have been baking in the sun for a while. Let's not deploy the drone tenders. Let's not deploy the Enforcer that's pretty damaged. Okay. And once again, these guys don't really have anything too threatening. So we should be good just to establish a little hold in the middle of the field and go to victory from there. Especially with all of them at 60 to 50% readiness, yeah. We do have just a lot of ships. We don't push for the sensor jammer in the comm relay. Do like that. Enforcer, what are you doing? Back it up. Okay. I think we've kind of established. I think we're good to try and just toe-to-toe them. Oh, not that ship. There we go. Something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Should have, yeah, faster CR, degradation, reduced peak time, so everyone is operating on a bit of a hard clock here compared to normal. Since it affects everyone equally, we're still ahead. And they functionally have no officers, so... Okay. Afflictor is done. Let's just worry about the sensor jammer. Tempest is done. Where... Okay, there he is. Retreat. Some orders on ships so that we kind of stay focused to some degree. There we go. Dead before the Reaper even made contact. Alright then. Omen is done. Back him out. And we've got them surrounded. It's a good time for the full assault button. Just to finish this as quickly as we can. Alright. And I think that's it. Nope, nope, there's a one down there. Go, interceptors. Intercept him. There we go. Oh my. Okay. This is life now. We are trapped in here with them. Back to back to back to back. Very good. And a chance at an Alpha Core. Definitely weren't this many fleets when we first got here. Okay. Just a few left. Let's go ahead and back the Afflictor out. It's taking some damage. Not looking too great. Okay. And I'm going to type something in chat to make sure that the window is functional. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Probably need to deploy the entire fleet for this, but here we are. Oh yeah, just more. Okay, those are very, very small. No AI cores to speak of. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe the Omen. Kind of hang on to our resources. Ah, hello Kronos. Glad you're still here. Ha. And mark those fulgents for deletion. But yeah, did not expect to get bogged down in many miniature remnant fleet slog fighting. This was not in the cards. Probably gonna close it down soon. Still feeling that like tightness in the spine that indicates I've been in the chair of command for too long. It's apparently now canon lore that I sit in a white lawn chair at all times. That when I go on break, the chair gains sentience. Oh. His engines are out. He needs help. Omen will do. There we go. Just want to check the ruins. Let me explore the ruins. Okay. Okay, Remnant Fragment. You did it. You caught up to me. So proud of you. We're gonna speed up this one. Just to get it done. There is no interesting back and forth to be had in those tiny fights. Okay. Nebula, grab the goods. Oh, nothing. Ruins, attempt to open pod, another level 5 officer we don't need. Blueprints I already have. Oh, I have a Paragon blueprint. Nice. I know what blueprint we can give to the pirates now. That'll be funny at least. Okay, dismiss that level 5. And let's go back down to where Whermst, that damaged nexus was. That's going to be a good reward. Closing this out. That should net us an AI core. Oh, my Paragon is not in a good state. Let's go hide in this debris field for a second. Oh, or salvage it. That works. There's some other little odds and ends floating around we can check while we repair. Another level 5 officer that we don't need. Out the airlock with you. Weapon cache. Nice pylon blueprint. Large pylon specifically. Okay, so there's some good stuff around. And Paragon repaired. Let's go in on this station with everything we've got. Ah. Alright. Put a little engage order on it just to have it. And see how we do. Yeah, because he's damaged, he's missing. I think the damaged ones are missing. Yeah, he's definitely missing some modules. So he's not going to be super threatening. But there will be rewards. Pretty sure these are guaranteed to drop an alpha core. We're gonna find out. Re-jog my memory. Oh, my poor Enforcer. Good job tanking all that damage, though. Paragon is on the way. Oh no, my Tempest. Okay. Frigates, probably shouldn't have deployed the frigates for this. They have all died. Okay, Paragon on the job. That should be doom for the station. Should be. Good Reaper hit. That should splash to the 2 modules. That was a good throw. Alright. Welcome back, background NPC. We're finishing off by destroying the damaged remnant nexus. I thought we were just doing a simple search of some ruins, but we got bogged down in so many combats with medium difficulty remnant that I've been here for like 30 or 40 minutes in this system, just clearing it. Ah, there's the Scythe of Orion. We haven't done that yet, I guess. Alright, let's recover our tiny potatoes. There's our Alpha Core, okay. I think it's kind of our duty to haul that Alpha Core back to home for safekeeping, so I don't forget that I have it in my inventory. Then I'll probably sign off for now. Take a extended break. Yeah, we've been going for over 3 hours. It's a good amount of time for a Starsector session. Okay. Lost the fleet yet? No. I have not lost the fleet yet. They don't make taking a 3D printer apart easy. Oh no, most unfortunate. Just finished attempting to fix some issues and they just had to hot glue connectors together. Ugh! Yay, the best way to put things together. Hot glue. What sorts of features am I hoping to see added in the future? I honestly don't feel that there's anything critically missing from the game. I actually really like it in its current state. I don't mind that there will be more things added. I think the dev of the game has a pretty good... has made good decisions in the past, so I'm not really too apprehensive about what changes may be made in the future, basically. I know that via blog post on the official website, we are getting some more ways to manage officers, which will probably be a general and overall improvement to the game. Just because retraining officers by dismissing them and getting new officers has been kind of a chore in the past. It's kind of why I just stick with whatever officers I have and don't bother aiming to make them hyper-optimal. Let's actually... We'll use what we have stored up. It's fine. Grab that stuff. Okay. And before we go, let's just clean up our ships. All it costs is precious, precious money. Alright. And we do have 4 story points. That's another thing we could spend here at the end. I think I'd like to fully trick out an Eradicator. Let's make some room. We already have expanded missile racks, this being a missile officer in the Eradicator. So I think we could go further. Last mod in ECCM package. And then I think we want turret gyros for the bonus damage to smaller ships. And that'll do for their ship. And let's go over to the Grendel. Honestly, the same kind of thing. Like rate of fire or damage. I think we'll take S-modded armored weapon mounts for the increased rate of fire. And then we're out of spare story points. So that's a wrap on that. There's our bonus EXP, 21 million. Doing okay in that on that front. Yeah, we can take a trip to the core worlds, just sell blueprints. That shouldn't take too much time or get me in too much trouble. It amuses me that the pirates might feel the peril. Please, please, Hegemony. Don't investigate me right now, I'm tired. I do want to check the colony threats. Oh yeah, we're still 5 or 6 months away in-game from being inspected. So we'll actually do this right. We'll sell the blueprints on a pirate planet for once, instead of getting Tritachyon patrols to make things awkward for me. Should be right here. Just drop all those in. Nice, they ate the Paragon blueprint. Excellent. Okay. That's good. And since we're here, we'll pick up black market supplies and fuel, because discounts. Alright, and let's get out of here. Actually, because we're here, we have Marines, we might as well use the Marines. So we're just going to grab a ton more supplies, because why not, and screw them. It's free. Alright, transponder on so they know who did it. And let's go park over Yakbreeze, where all of my contacts for quests and stuff are. Good little stopping point. Okay, fuel, and check the bar. Okay, no historian. All right, let's save and exit here. It's been a good run today. For half your runs, you also just stumble upon the planet killer. Yeah, I think it's kind of meant to be that way. Like, you're supposed to find things that point you toward quests. Like when you find the old data core that is like, oh, take this core to Galatia Academy. That is an in-universe hook to get you to start the story. Or if you find it afterward, then it's just like, oh, hi, Sebastian, found this data core. Sorry about all the gate nonsense, you know? So it works out. As long as you run around the edges, you're quite likely to find the planet killer planet. Yeah, no, and just what I've been doing is, you know, exploring. And exploring and exploring, we're going to find it eventually. Even if the mission we just picked up didn't guide us to it. But yeah, thanks for the morning stream. Kirkbray, I didn't know you were here. That's the first message of yours I've seen. You're welcome for the morning stream. Glad you made it. But yeah, I'm gonna go, like, unkink my spine and do some other stuff, and I might be back later today. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Exploring and causing problems is always good. Yes, yes it is. Alright, so, until next time. Good luck, space captains. Just joined now, have a good rest. Ah, I'm sorry you only caught like the last few minutes. The VOD is available if you know, want it. But, alright, bye-bye everyone. And you're welcome for the stream. Okay, kaboom.